Thank you for tuning in to your daily Wallops weather briefing for Friday, May 15th. Seeing some partly cloudy skies out there this morning and already seeing those temperatures into the lower to mid 70s across the region. We do anticipate temperatures at Wallops to be in the low 80s, perhaps even seeing some spots in the mid 80s across more warmer portions of the Delmarva this afternoon. Taking a look at our surface analysis, we do have a good Bermuda high setting up, allowing for some warm southwesterly flow to overspread the mid-Atlantic region. That's going to give us those very warm temperatures today in the low 80s. Also going to see that warmth continue through tomorrow morning, and then once we get into tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon rather, we'll see a backdoor cold front start to drop south across the region, giving us a chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Let's take a look at our satellite loop this morning. Mainly just seeing some upper level cloudiness. Also seeing a few clouds near around 5,000 feet starting to pop up as well. Taking a brief look at our upper level winds, seeing southwesterly winds at the surface up through about 6,000 feet, running between 20 to 30 knots or so. You see a little bit of a wind maximum at that 3,000 foot level, up to around 35 knots. Above 9,000 feet, we're seeing winds shift more westerly, around 20 to 25 knots between 9 and 16,000 feet, and then still remaining fairly light at the 25,000 foot level at only 15 knots. Seeing a much higher freezing level this morning than we have been seeing at just under 11,000 feet. Taking a look at our forecast for today, going to be seeing southwesterly winds around 10 to 15 knots and gusty persist pretty much throughout the next 24 hours. They will be weakening down to 8 to 13 knots by mid-morning tomorrow. Going to see that high of 81 degrees this afternoon and a very mild low tomorrow morning of only 64. Currently seeing just a few clouds of 5,000 feet scattered at 25,000. That looks to be the story of the day until we get to 8 p.m. and starting to see some mid-level cloudiness moving to the area during the overnight hours. By mid-morning tomorrow, going to be seeing scattered clouds at 2,500 feet, scattered at 6,500, and broken at 25,000. We're still seeing tides normal along the Delmarva Atlantic coast this morning. Take a look at our long-term weather model to show you how the weather pattern will be progressing. This is this afternoon. I'm not going to be seeing any precipitation today. We will be seeing this front slowly approach the area, but it's going to slow up as it reaches northern portions of Delmarva. This is tomorrow afternoon, and that front will be fizzling it out, but it will be moving north to south as a bit of a weak backdoor cold front, and that's going to be what triggers some isolated showers and thunderstorms across the region as we go into tomorrow. Also looking into this weekend, we're going to be monitoring this low pressure that's going to be north of the Bahamas. That it does look like it's going to take on some tropical characteristics, even though we're still 2 weeks away from our official tropical season beginning. However, it does look like it is going to remain safely away from land. It's going to rotate off of the Carolinas there for a day or two and then start to make its way towards the northwest. As we move into early next week, we're going to be continuing to monitor that tropical low that's expected to develop. Meanwhile, Monday, we're going to be seeing a front start to approach the area, so we're going to be sandwiched in between these two features. We'll be seeing a chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm Monday afternoon as we get a little bit more of some southwesterly flow, and it's going to be plenty moist out there. As we go into Monday night, we're going to be seeing that front move of the area, and it does look like it's going to intensify as it approaches our region, so we can be expecting some widespread showers and thunderstorms as we go into Monday night and into the pre-dawn hours of Tuesday. As we get this low associated with that front moved offshore and seeing the lingering upper level low, we're going to really see it kind of stall out right over the mid-Atlantic region. That's going to give us several rounds of rain, perhaps some thunderstorms as we move into next week. And by late next week, as this low continues to just stall offshore, possibly developing into a secondary low, it is going to give us some breezy conditions, and we could be looking at some flooding concerns as well as we go into the second half of next week. Still a lot of model divergence on exactly how this pattern is going to set up, but it is looking very possible. That's going to be a very rainy week next week, as well as a breezy towards the end of next week, and could give us some flooding concerns. So we will be watching that more closely next week. But this model that we're looking at does have this low staying put for about 5 days from Tuesday all the way into next weekend. So let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Partly cloudy and warm today with a high of 81. Tomorrow morning, looking at a very mild low of 64. Temperature tomorrow is going to greatly depend on how quick that backdoor cold front drops south across the region. If it holds off to the afternoon, we'll see those temperatures approach 80 degrees again, as well as that chance of an isolated thunderstorm. Sunday, it's going to be mostly cloudy. We're going to be seeing some onshore flow develop. Could be seeing a slight chance of an isolated shower early. Also could be seeing some low clouds develop with that very moist onshore flow. That's going to have to knock down those temperatures back into the 60s. On Monday, we'll see a brief return to some southerly flow ahead of that next front that's going to be impacting us Monday night. So that'll help bump the temperatures back up into the low to mid 70s for Monday. And then Monday night, with that front will be impacting the region. We're going to be looking at widespread showers and thunderstorms Monday night. And then as we go into Tuesday through Thursday, that's where the forecast does get a little bit fuzzy with disagreements within the models. But then that will have a big impact on what the temperatures will be. The models do agree, though, it is going to be a rather rainy period, and we'll start to see those winds increase, onshore winds increase as well from the east or northeast as we go into late next week, Wednesday through Friday, with continued winds, and we will be having to monitor any potential flooding problems. That will do it for your daily weather briefing. Have a great weekend.